Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aaron. Thanks for checking this out. I do appreciate it. Alright, so we are doing the review for episode 4 of The Wheel of Time. If you've watched my previous... hold on. Alright, sorry about that. If you've watched my previous reviews, you know that I'm coming at this show from just the viewpoint of a viewer. I have not read the books, so I'm not a fan or anything. So when I review it, I'm just talking about the show in general, and there will be no comparisons to the book at all. Alright, now that we have that out of the way, let's get into the review. I really liked this episode quite a bit because we finally get to see more of the Aes Sedai, more of their power. I was under the impression that the Aes Sedai were like 6 people. Apparently, it's at least 8 who were sent forth by people who were higher than them. So there's a lot of these women with these magical powers. You know, in Star Wars, when they move something, use the Force and they move it, you see the cause and then you see the effect, so then you see the object moving. Well, in the show, when they do something similar and they're doing the cause, which is that, getting that magic started, and then the effect of using that magic on something, you actually see the time between that where you see this like flowing like force, almost like it's an energy. I just find that really cool because I'm a visual person. I just like how you get to see that energy, that force turning into magic and then being used on something. Why do you always do this?
Subscribe.
Anyhow, so I love seeing that. I think it's really cool. I think it's a great way to show it in a show, make it more visually interesting. You also see them use this power, like they can apparently like bind like people into like a cocoon almost. There's this main character who was introduced who is a self-proclaimed dragon reborn, and the Aes Sedai have him captured, and it takes 2 or 3 of them to keep him in this like semi-sedated state so he can't use his power to get out. And you see at one point he starts getting out and they do their magic, and then you see like this net of this white magic stuff, and it like binds him back and he gets back, and it's just I don't know, I love that. I'm really liking a lot of the things that they're doing in this show, that just visually, I think it's got a great pace. Now, I was reading online that some people really don't like it because they say the pace is too fast according to what happens in the books. But because I've never read the books, I don't really care. And I think for a show, it is moving along at a great pace and it's never boring. Usually in shows, it's that 3rd or 4th episode where you gotta... that's like the point where it's either a make it or break it for a series, or at least a first season. And so far, it's going strong. So I think that's great. There's a big battle-esque... it's not really a battle, it's more, I would say, an attack. A lot of people die, and one of the Aes Sedai dies, and David Spade's character, I know it's not David Spade, but the guy who looks like him, he's the ward of this woman, and when she died, you can see it like affect him. It's almost like in Star Wars when the Death Star blasts Alderaan, and Obi-Wan is on the Millennium Falcon, and he feels like that loss of life. It's like that, and so you see that this connection that the Ward has with the Aes Sedai is just incredibly strong. And it was pretty emotional, and I wonder if they're gonna discover more of that in upcoming episodes, if that's gonna be a storyline of its own. I don't know, but it would definitely be interesting enough to be like that. Here's the one thing at the end that I didn't get, which I'm sure they'll explain in episode 5 or 6 or 7, but so they're looking for the Dragon Reborn, and they think it's someone in this certain age group. It turns out it's not that guy who is the self-proclaimed Dragon Reborn, but it's heavily implied that it might be this woman. Her name's Nynaeve or something. She is not in the age range that the Aes Sedai really thought that this Dragon Reborn would be in, and she shows this immense power. She actually brings people back from the dead that literally just died. She heals people like in an instant. She wasn't able to control the power, it just kind of happened. Obviously, it was from an emotional response. But still, everyone was shocked because it was like, we've never seen raw power like that on this scale. Especially from someone who's untrained, right? So I'm sure they'll get into that in future episodes, why these things are happening and why people are getting powers that aren't the true Dragon Reborn. It's definitely getting more in depth, it's getting more interesting, there's a lot going on, and I'm really enjoying it. There was something else I wanted to mention about episode 4 that I forgot. Oh yes, the Fade, I think was the name, or the eyeless pale creature makes a pretty quick appearance in this episode, and it's terrifying. That thing is terrifying and super creepy looking, and it's impressive. I like it a lot. So that was cool because I was really hoping we were going to see more of that thing. So we saw that in this episode, so that was nice. Hopefully we'll see more of it in the episodes to come. Alright, so that was my review, my thoughts on episode 4. Today is Friday, so episode 5 did come out today. I'm probably going to watch it today or tomorrow and try and get a review before the next episode comes out. I wasn't able to this week because I've been struggling with some health. So, but I'm doing it now, so here's the episode 4 review. Comment below your thoughts on this episode or the series as a whole. I'd be very interested in other people's opinions. Like my video, subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. I'm like 9 or 10 subscribers away from reaching 1,000, and that would just be amazing. So, even if you're not gonna check out my channel a lot, if you subscribe, that will mean a lot to me. Alright, so thanks for watching. I'm Aaron, and hopefully you will see me in another video. Alright, goodbye.